Hey everyone, this will be weekly instant 342, and I saw that Pete Hollins recently released a video preparing for a tournament, and in fact, I'm also preparing for a tournament, so that's pretty cool. I also have to prepare with robots, so that's a bit unfortunate. I think my partner has significantly less time than I do, so that's the way it is. It's some kind of a league thing, so you have a lot of different. So it's gonna be a lot of imps. So it's gonna be imps. So this is not the perfect way of doing it. And in fact, my partner and I have signaling agreements, which always help. But okay. And the thing is, I will try to explain a bit better than usual. So we'll see how that goes and try to think through the hands a bit better. So this hand, um, you could try to argue for a two heart opening, but you know what? I will even bid normally here, so no Gabe exploitation at all. This is exactly how I would bid with my partner, even though we're actually not playing 2/1 game forcing. We're playing kind of like a psych variant. 1 on Trump denies a fit here because my partner would have bid two clubs with a fit or two hearts, and three hearts is a two carded invite, which I will deny. I will reject. I'm sorry, I'm not denying that they made the invite, but I am rejecting it. Um, yeah, so this looks like it was a good reject. I mean, it's hard to see how I'm losing only three tricks. I'm gonna lose. Well, I mean, if nothing good happens, let's say absolute worst case scenario, I lose a heart. Well, okay, let's say hearts not being 5-0. Let's say hearts are 3-2, but with queen offside, and I lose a heart, two spades, a diamond, and two clubs. So that's down one. Now East will probably. Okay, East didn't take the ace. I should take the king in case somebody has a shortness, although it's very unlikely after this bidding. So East would have. Well, it's a bit hard to say because East um, would have had problems bidding two spades there. And West, yeah, I mean West probably doesn't have four spades. They might have doubled or something, but it's not so clear. I have 12 points. Tommy has 10 in case this comes up. So let's take the ace, and I think the most natural way of going about this is trying to get rid of a spade here on the diamonds first. This puts the contract at the. I mean, this puts me at the risk, exposes me to maybe a spade off or something like that. But I think that should be worth it. Okay. Now East leads a club, so East has the ace of spades and the king of diamonds. Um, Not the queen jack of spades, so neither the queen nor the jack, so that's only 7, and we know of 3 points in West. Now, 7 plus the ace of clubs is kind of like an opening already, so and we cannot account for the jack of diamonds yet or the queen of hearts. So I'm leaning towards playing East for the queen of clubs rather than the ace. But maybe West has both. West indeed has both, so we just wasted a little bit of time, which is okay. So now I'm going down one already. And now I can try to think of where to look for the queen, and I mean maybe I have good reasons to play west for it, but I don't think I do because so I don't know enough about the distribution. Spades were 3-3. Maybe I'd rather play east for 4 cards because west might have doubled with a good hand and 4. Um, and yeah, I know almost nothing about diamond distribution or club distribution, so there is nothing there. In terms of points, so now East showed me 7 points, West showed me 9. And let's say 11 points with the queen third of hearts. That doesn't really tell me anything. So if West had 11 points with the queen third. Okay, wow. Okay, so I'm losing 2 more hearts. I'm going down 3 times. West has the... I was gonna say queen 8, but it's the queen 7, okay. In some cases you can try to end play West, but in this case I didn't have enough. Or I had too many trumps, so the thing is you need to have the same amount of trumps as they do, and then put them in. And in this case it would have been 2, so 2 in my hand and 2 in their hand. In the last position, in between 3rd and 12th, so a little bit above average. Some people, I guess, were in 4 somehow. 2 hearts, yeah, opening 2 hearts is one thing you can argue for in a best hand tournament. I mean, yeah, it's not about the best hand tournament. It's simply that your third hand, and so your partner is known to be relatively weak, so game is a bit less likely than normal, but I'm not a big fan of that. I'm gonna bid everything down the middle now. 21. So it's 2 no trump. It's not an upgrade to 2 clubs or anything like that. Let's see. Okay, Jack of Diamonds. I appear to have 2 diamonds, 4 clubs is 6, plus 3 spades guaranteed is 9, so that's nice. And the question is, should I duck this? If I duck this, then I'm opening myself up to a hard switch, which may or may not be a bad thing. Well, the thing is I can duck a diamond later anyway, if I know enough about the hand. On the other hand, maybe... Oh yeah, so the thing is that if I duck this and they play a heart, I might go down, and you don't want to go down, not even in match points. You never know what kind of weird contracts they are in, like... I mean, okay, in this case, you're pretty sure everybody's in 3 no trump, but if they're not in game, then going down in game is pretty bad. So yeah, let's take the ace and play a spade first. It's a very down the middle line in a way. Like you could try to think of cashing clubs first and see if you can find things out about the hand, but in fact playing low to the 10 is almost guaranteed to be king queen, because why would you play it this way? But yeah, I'm just playing it down the middle, and I'm just not caring about any implications. There was and now already it's board 2, and I already forgot. So it was the queen of... Wait, was it I think it was the jack of diamonds overtaken by the queen. I can still duck this. Okay, and East will discard, I guess. Yes, they are discarding 1 club. That's important. I could have ducked that diamond too, just to make the end position a bit tighter, but... Okay, that's one heart. Already discarded. A heart and a club. East had 4 spades. But the thing is, West is just gonna keep the diamond until I discard my diamond, so it's not magic. No, exactly. And I would have needed to have the king and the queen crash, but in this case, neither of them did. And in fact, I also miscounted my tricks because I had 10. 3 spades, a heart is 4, plus 2 is 6, plus 4 is 10. Yeah, so I don't know how I miscounted it, but it doesn't matter in the end. Okay, another 2-note trump opener, which got passed out. So these hands are sometimes really annoying to play. Okay, already trick 1 is interesting, but in fact, I think it's pretty automatic that you need to play low from that. It's one of those situations where, in fact, even if I had had the queen here, so queen third of spades, this is a guaranteed stop as long as you play second hand low. And fourth hand, you either take the trick or play low, depending on what they did. I'm just gonna keep on playing low and see where we end up. I obviously will need to play on diamonds at some point. Okay, he's just ducks. Very interesting. So now if I play low, then West might be able to find some kind of a heart switch or something, and East might be able to play a spade through, but I wouldn't mind that. Okay. West led the ace from ace 10 9 8 6th. Can that be? He's just played the queen or unblocked the queen. We'll see. Okay, West really had 6 spades. So in that case, I think it doesn't really matter what I do. I'm just gonna play a diamond. At least there I can develop some tricks. And West, yeah, West gets in already. That's too bad. The other thing would have been if East gets in, then I guess East would have played a heart through, and West gets in with that ace. And I need to find 3 discards, and in this case I think it's just a club and two hearts. Should be pretty straightforward so far. Wouldn't mind us. Ah, wow. Yeah, but so I could try to somehow pseudo squeeze them into discarding the ace, but normally people don't discard aces, and neither do robots. So in fact, I scored a very funny 3-note trump plus 4 where I was supposed to take 10 tricks only, because both people, both my opponents just kept their aces and kings and didn't pay attention to any other cards. Okay, so I'm getting kind of like average-ish scores, but always a bit over the average, which is good enough for third, tied for third with 7 other people. No, 8 other people. Wait, what is this? 6 other people. No. Okay, wait, what is this? 8 other people. Yeah, I was right. I was actually right. Whatever. 1 diamond, 1 heart. I have to bid 2 clubs with this. I could now try to think about why didn't my partner bid 1 spade, or why didn't they double, but I just have too many points. I have 2 clubs here. And now, it's kind of funny. I have 5 hearts here, and they're probably gonna end up playing 2 hearts. West made it supportable, and no, that's too bad. West is showing 17 to 18 with 3 hearts and long diamonds. Well, I mean, I have nothing to say. I will pass. I'm just trying to get used to what's going on here. Okay. So my partner didn't lead my suit. Well, my partner has okay, North has a stiff heart, so that's why they played it this way. I could think of playing low, but it doesn't really matter too much. Now with a human partner, I would make some kind of a club signal, like maybe like the ace of clubs or something cool like that. But Gib ignores your signals, or I mean, I don't think they ignore it, but I never quite understood how they do it. So ace, and then, well, okay. The thing is, I should try to count out the hand, but I'm just gonna cash a bunch of clubs. Oh, well, very nice. So Declare has 6 diamonds, no clubs, 3 hearts. So does that mean they have 4 spades? They could have 7 diamonds and 3 spades. I would know this already if we played any carding. So that's the problem with playing with Gib. Pretty much. My partner can ruff in and plays a spade, not a diamond. Very interesting. Okay. Can they still overruff? I guess they ran out of trumps. Yeah, maybe Declare had 7. Yeah, Declare had 7. Yeah, well, now we also have the answer why my partner didn't bid 1 spade is because they just had too little. I mean, it makes sense. And actually, I like East-West bidding a lot. Like, just show your support and then bid diamonds. It just shows like it should show pretty much this hand. I mean, 6-3. Oh, wait, blocking the view. It should show pretty much this hand. I mean, better than minimum, long diamonds, good diamonds with 3 card support. It's actually awesome. So actually my 2 club bid in this case helped them because it kind of gave West the opportunity of making two bids or 2 calls instead of 1. Pass, 1 heart. 2 hearts. And I think not even in my Gib modus or like anti-Gib modus would I bid 3 hearts here. I like bidding 3/3 a lot. Like people think that you should. Oh wait, this is a bit off balance. Well, it doesn't really matter honestly, but anyway, people think that the law of total tricks tells you that you shouldn't bid 3/3, but in fact it tells you the exact opposite. So if both sides have an 8 card fit, and there's only one way that bidding 3/3 is wrong, and that is if both sides make exactly 8 tricks. Unless you have some kind of vulnerability issues. I mean, I don't mean it psychologically. I mean it. What is this? Better. Okay, maybe. Unless they double you, but it's very hard to double people in one of these auctions. So 3/3 is usually a winning strategy. The thing is that Oh yeah, so my partner's clearly listening in. The thing is that sometimes they're in a 7 card fit. That's the issue. And against that, you can usually figure out whether or not they're in an 8 card fit. Uh, because yeah, I mean, first of all, you have your holdings. Second of all, you have some kind of table feel. It's not that hard. Um, and obviously, I don't mean table feel from your partner. It's table feel from the opponent. And I'm actually super serious about this. Like table feel from your partner. It's well, I mean, come on, everybody knows this. Uh, okay, 3 hearts. Like a really good player would try to figure out what they're doing in 3 diamonds, but sometimes I think that's a little bit of a waste of time because it's hard to do it, and you'd rather just go through the first few tricks and see how that works. It's the king lad. Okay. I should take the ace, and so West doubled. I had 12, my partner has 9, so West has about 11 or 12. And I took the ace because I didn't want to handle club through. Maybe one way of playing it is king of hearts, ace of hearts, and then figure out what to do with spades. How's that? The advantage of starting with a king is that I can take 2 or 3 rounds of trump, depending on what's needed. Okay, so apparently, West has only 2 hearts, which increases the chance of them having only 3 spades. Although I'm not sure how happy Gibbs are making doubles with only 3 spades. I think they're pretty happy. I think they're making relatively okay doubles overall. I can't be sure. I mean, I could be sure, but I'm not. So, well, yeah, whatever. The thing is, I can try the double finesse in spades. So the jackpot would be. No, it also doesn't work. Yeah, the jackpot is only if West has king jack of spades, right? On the other hand, by the way, this is actually pretty rude at the table. Don't do this. Thinking before third hand plays. This is actually disputed, but I'm of the opinion that it is rude. People are in a more stressful situation once you started the trick. Up against that, you could say that given, let's say, if West had played a king or something in some situations, then I wouldn't have anything to think about. So I'm actually kind of overall saving some time. But I still think that it's better to think before you play. So that having been said, of course, I'm playing against robots, so tempo doesn't matter. But what is going on here? So if I play the double finesse and East has the jack, then I might go down in the contract, which everybody makes because you just take the queen of spades and yeah. So I would lose from here on 3 more tricks, so diamond and 2 clubs. So I think that's enough for me, enough to sway me against doing this. Oh, the king was there. Okay, so now I need to try to play East for the jack of clubs by playing low, and that doesn't work either. Maybe I could have figured this out. I can check in a second. But it doesn't matter. Even if I play West for the jack, um, it doesn't matter because I lose that spade trick anyway. to East. The only question is, could I have known? And I think the answer is yes, because just with the Jack of Hearts, Jack of Clubs, and Queen Jack of Diamonds, East wouldn't have bid 3 diamonds. On the other hand, I didn't know where the king was, so I'm not sure. Interesting. As an aside, I hate 3 diamonds from East. You can double with that hand, and then West will be two spades, and you can pass, for example. Or maybe 2 trump both minors if you play that. Okay. This is apparently a relatively good score for us. Well, I guess because yeah, you just literally can't make three hearts. I mean, it's impossible after this defense, which is pretty good. Okay, this hand is actually interesting. You have a 5-3-3-2, so 3-3, 5-2 hand over 1 club. And expert consensus is you should double with this. Or at least it used to be when this was discussed in the forums. You just double and hope that your partner has a major suit. In this case, it looks a little ridiculous, but even here you're not quite sure what you're trying to play. Because if spades come in, then you're gonna score quite well, just based on the diamonds that you are supposed to play. But even in teams, you're supposed to double with this, and just simply, yeah, you bring in 3 strings instead of 1, so that's pretty cool. Okay, so it's hard to think of anything other than ace of diamonds and spade to the jack. So I'm just gonna do it and then think a bit more as we go on. Well, yeah, running the 10 was an alternative, maybe. Okay, the 9 fell, so that's a little scary, but... Okay, West still has a spade, that's good. And now East has only the queen. East opened 1 club. Yeah, the thing is I can discard 2 hearts on diamonds, right? I mean, depends what East will play back, right? Okay. Yeah, on the other hand, so how does this work? So let's say if I play the Jack of Diamonds now, discard a heart, East can... Yeah, sorry, so if I play a diamond now, discard a club, East roughs in, takes ace king of clubs, and makes me rough the next round. Then I'm relying on the heart finesse being onside. If I don't play it that way, if I discard clubs, East can rough in. I know, sorry, if I discard heart, now East doesn't play a club, East just plays a heart. Oh, but that's better, isn't it? Yeah, that's better, yeah, because then, yeah, exactly, this is better, I think. Wait, is East being very smart here? Well, I can still revert to, so why am I saying that East is being smart? So if East roughs in and plays clubs, I just get the club trick, and then later I can play the heart finesse without the risk of going down a lot, right? Now, if East refuses to rough, if East refuses to rough the next part, the next one as well, then I will be in trouble, right? So I don't know. Let's try to think about this. Now, first of all, let's try to ignore the bidding for now. and just figure it out based on the card. So if I discard a heart now, East refuses to ruff. Well, that's 9 tricks. Isn't that enough? Yeah, that's enough, right? Yeah, I mean, that's 9 tricks in a 4-3 fit. Yeah. I'm more than happy with 9 tricks. Okay, the king was on side, which I suspected, but on the other hand, West did have the king of clubs. Which, by the way, I should have known, because East didn't lead a club, and you always lead from ace-king, so... Okay. This should finally be a good score for me. Yeah, 89.3. And yeah, with in 2 diamonds, you basically just lose 2 clubs. 2 clubs, a spade. 2 clubs and a spade, so that's 100 and... It's 170. Is that right? 2 clubs and a spade? I was gonna say that even though you make 1 more trick or whatever, you're gonna end up scoring less, but that's wrong. Oh no, I'm sorry, it's 130. That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah, exactly. 1 more trick, but no. Okay, was a little chaotic, but let's soldier on. 1 no trump. 3 no trump. I'm sorry, I'm being... Okay, it's a heart lead. Okay, it's sadly a little boring because we actually don't have any weaknesses and we're just gonna lose 2 aces, so not much more to say here. I can claim on trick 3. Okay, some people had a different result. That's amazing. Somebody made +1. Okay. 2 diamonds, 2 spades, 4 diamonds. Wow. Is this Blackwood? The answer is yes. Is this... Well, here's what I can do. I can ask for key cards and assume that my opponents have the ace of diamonds. 2 or 5 with the queen. I'm just gonna assume that they have the ace of diamonds. It must be much more than 50% that the opponents have it. Okay. So rough, let's take two rounds of spades. Or 3. And assume that... I don't need to assume anything. I can still rough 1 more. I can... Okay, I have 1 discard on hearts, right? Yeah, but who are we kidding? Even if hearts are 4-1, I can rough them high, so... Yeah, whatever. This is kind of safer. Yeah, I mean, they basically have 10 diamonds together, just kind of even single dummy, you know that they have 10 diamonds together, and that we have 9 spades. So if 1 key card is missing, sorry, so like the ace of diamonds is unknown, is known to be in one of those 3 hands, and the ace of spades is the other one. Yeah, it's just much more likely that they have it. It gets a little more complicated because the ace of spades is also there. Sorry, the king of spades is also there, but still overall, I'm pretty sure mathematically, like statistically, like 7 spades was the right call. Well, yeah. Anyway, so this was weekly instant 342. I think I forgot to say, and 342 is of course 2 times 3 squared times 19, in case you're wondering. And yeah, see you around.